When the Dalrymple collection arrived at the Heard Museum, the collection was assigned an accession number. Each textile was then numbered sequentially using that accession number, beginning with 4951-1, 4951-2, 4951-3, and so on. This number is also shown on the back bottom right corner of the textile for future reference. All of this information, along with what came in the Dalrymple's binder, was translated into a spreadsheet to better organize the quantity of textiles that we had. Here we added dimensions, artist name, materials used, and the personal statements of artists that we had heard back from. Once the textiles had been organized in a digital format, the exhibition started to take form as the selection of textiles began. Sorting through the textiles creates a yes, no, and maybe grouping. The yes pile becomes those that are very likely to be in the exhibition and are given a muslin sleeve that is sewn onto the top of the back of the weaving. This is used for easy install and display in the future. Those in the maybe grouping that are then moved to the yes grouping are also given this sleeve.
The Mellon Fellows and I were very active in the processing of the textiles. Once the curators decided which pieces were going into the collection, we had to move forward to prepare them for exhibition. Natural materials like wool, it's important to rid them of anything that could destroy the textile or harm the collection. Moths and other insects are common predators to museum collections, and to prevent this from happening, we froze all the textiles before they could be introduced to the permanent collection. Once all textiles are ready for the freezer, we placed each textile in a bag, being sure to release as much air as possible, then sealing both ends tightly and placing a label on it for quick identification. Finally, we then placed each textile in the freezer, making sure to leave space in between and not to stack them on top of one another. They are put in a freezer that is at most -5 degrees Fahrenheit for 48 hours and are left to thaw for a further 24 hours. Processing the Dalrymple collection was quite lengthy due to the number of textiles we had with limited freezer space.
While the textiles are going through the chilly process of being completely frozen, those textiles that were chosen to be in the exhibition begin to be grouped through many criteria in order to further promote the narrative that the exhibition offers. These groupings also help to organize how the layout of the textiles within the exhibition space is going to ultimately be. To make looking at the textiles easier, we printed out an image of the textile with all its accompanying information on the same sheet. These slides took the place of the textile, and there were many backs and forth between looking at similarities and differences and how one connects to the other visually. This is also the moment when the textiles in the maybe pile are considered for including in the exhibition, which did happen. This process of grouping in order to tell a story goes through many versions. The spreadsheet that was previously made gets marked and edited with all the suggestions we have. A lot must be considered after initial ideations, like overall number of textiles wanting to be shown, space allowance, and the history that is available of the textile, leading to a prioritization of the textiles within these groupings. After all these discussions are had, the information gets updated to include all final groupings that came from moving the textile slides around and finally deciding what goes with what, both visually and conceptually. With the recorded, frozen, and clean textile, they are now ready to be taken to the prepared gallery space for installation, which we will cover in our next video.